The Honest Con. They came out of the movie and Pete was quiet. He had only just met the girl, but he felt comfortable being quiet around her. "What is it?" Laura said. "There's something that worries me," Pete said. "I like these con man movies a lot." "It was a very good movie," she said. "Yes, but I mean more than it being good. I mean it seems like the only kind of movie worth watching." She laughed. "You seem like an honest person," she said. "I am," Pete said. "I thought I was. But if you're going to a movie, you should dream, right? And if you're going to dream, you should dream of how you'd like to move through the world. Alert. I'd like to move through the world in a way that is alert." "Do you have to be a con man to do that?" "Well, no. In the movies, you do. But I don't think I can do it by staying here in Sandusky and becoming a teacher and all of that." He had just told her that it was over, that something that had just started was over. She knew that a young man talking about how he wanted to move through the world was a serious thing. But when she felt her heart, it was not sad. "Do you ever feel that way?" Pete said. "I feel pretty alert here in Sandusky as it is. I don't think I have to leave to feel alert." "I guess I mean every little thing from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. I'd like to think about every little thing and its effects the way those guys did it in the movie. Even they didn't do it all the time. They didn't do it when there was just the two of them in a room. Maybe they were conning each other. Now you're overthinking it." "Okay, I'm overthinking it. But I'd like to see what it's like to do it all the time. Except I don't want to con anybody. I don't want to lie to anybody." "An honest con man?" "Yes. Do you think there are any openings?" "I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any here. Maybe in other places. Maybe. Maybe New York. You're going to go there at the end of the summer, aren't you?" "I'm signed up to start the teacher certification program here." "I know, but you're not going to do it. You can't con anybody doing that." "I'd like to not feel like conning anybody. It's frightening when I watch those movies." "It is?" "Yes, I didn't know I wanted to be a con man, even an honest kind, until I watched them." The girl did not know what to make of the young man. He was more sure of his feelings than anyone she had ever known, and he hesitated about them more than anyone she had ever known, too. "Would you have rather I didn't ask you to the movie?" Pete said. "No," Laura said. "I'm glad you asked me to see it. I didn't want to lie about anything, but I also wanted to see the movie with you." "I'm glad." "What I'm hoping," he said, "is that it's not a con if you let other people in on it." "But it's not a con then, is it?" "I don't know. I feel pretty alert when I'm with you. I feel like I am conning something, even if it's not you." "Thank you." "You're welcome." "You'd make a terrible con man," the girl said. He smiled. "Thank you." He knew that she was talking to the part of him that wanted to be a terrible con man. "Do you hate it here?" she said. "No, I don't hate it. I feel sorry for it. But sometimes that feels worse, because I don't know why I feel sorry for it." "Do you think you'll find out in New York?" "I don't know. I won't feel sorry for New York. That's a good start. It's good to not feel sorry for the place where you live." "Why?" "So that you can walk down its streets and not be doing anything else when you're doing that. You can wake up in the morning and go to sleep at night." "I can do both," the girl said. "I can walk down the streets here and feel sorry for the town." "You can?" "Yes." The young man didn't know what to say. She was telling him that it didn't have to be over, that he could stay here and become a teacher, and if he did, they could walk down the streets together and just be walking down them, and they could feel sorry for the town together too. "How do you do it?" "Feeling sorry for a place is part of living there." The young man didn't think he could ever feel sorry for New York. "I know you have to go," the girl said. "You have to go and throw yourself into a situation and see what happens." "Yes," he said, "I do." "But the kind of conning you're talking about, you can do it anywhere." "I can?" "Yes, there are all kinds of people who are doing it without knowing it. But what you're doing, you're being honest about it." "What is the con?" "That when you fall in love, you're not alone anymore." "Oh," he said, "the serious one." She smiled. "Yes. I don't know how to let everybody in on that one. Sometimes it's enough to let one person in on it." They walked 3 blocks without saying a word. "It is a beautiful town," he said. "Yes," she said, this time of day and this time of year. You know the place pretty well, don't you? You have to know something. Don't you want to see every place in the world?" She shrugged. "Someday," she said, "they'll still be there." I'm sorry, he said. I feel too sorry for this place. I like walking down the street and feeling only a little sorry for it with you. But I have to know how it is to not feel sorry for it at all. I know. But I am very glad that we watched a movie with con men in it together. You saw what I'm trying to do, only in a nice way. If there's anyone who can do it, Pete, she said. Thank you, Pete said. That means a lot.